Hello everyone and welcome back to my mod testing world. As you can see, all is doing well, aside from the fact lots of it got blown up. Thank you Mushrumpus, that was greatly appreciated. But we're not here to scold Mushrumpus for blowing up all of my very not very hard work. No, we're here to talk about what's in that cage over there. Hold on, let me get you a lovely little zoom in. Yeah, that cage over there. Yes, hello Mr. Cow, good job. So, basically, I wanted to update my mods today, or specifically my fast food mod. However, before we can do that, we need to fix it, because I made it a couple months ago, and yeah, basically the newest update has broken the mod. So let's see if you guys can tell what's wrong. Yes, you ready? So yeah, can you spot the culprit? Can you see what's wrong with this? I'll give you a hint. It's over here somewhere. Still can't spot it? I'll give you a hint. It's one of these few cows. Yeah, that's right, it's this one right here. Look at him. He's ugly and disgusting and gross and... Oh wait, no, it's this one. This, believe it or not, is a baby cow. You can hear it. And this issue is from the fact that within my code... I mean, I knew you were a demon, but like, how? Now that absolute horror of nature is from the fact that within my mods, because I added the Yoo-hoo chocolate cow to the game, I have some custom code for the cow, which is now outdated, meaning when it tries to render the baby, it just kind of all goes nuts. I don't really know why its head is so extremely large. I figured it would just not have a texture anymore, but no, we got this instead, which wasn't appreciated. What that means, before we can get to work on the actual mod I want to be doing today, I have to fix this absolute curse of nature. So yeah, this right here is the new cow code, which as you can see was updated in 1.26.10. We're still running in 1.21.90, so we're not quite up to date. Alright, so as you can see, I have 3 code snippets in here. And this was literally all I used to make the chocolate cow, which if you haven't seen it, slap this video on screen, me, go, boom! And that was literally all I changed, and yeah, this was all the code I did, which either looks like loads of gibberish to you, or looks extremely excessive. The latter is what it actually is, I've now realised. So when I'm fixing this code, I'm also going to try and just make it a bit less awful. It's so convoluted, man. Now, for those of you interested, what I'm doing is this up here is a custom component group, which allows me to add extra data onto the cow, called custom::chocolate cow. Now, all of this code is the same as the normal cow code, except for this bit here, where when you interact with it, if you are in fact holding a glass bottle, then it gives you the Who You item. Like, it's literally, that's all that's different. And then down here, we have the way you become the chocolate cow, which is by naming it chocolate, and then it executes this event, start chocolate. And when it starts chocolate, it adds that component group. Then elsewhere, I also have the code to make it look different, which is a little more nasty. But to start with, I just want to fix this code, because it's just bad, man. And after that, and turning off the render controller, we have him back, and he looks less horrible. So now, I'm just going to do some final polishing, and then we can start on the actual update I was planning, which, in theory, should be fun. Alright, so I've finally finished fixing up all of these issues, and now, if I were to name a cow Chocolate, boom, and boom, it works! I also spent the time to add hot and cold variants, so you're welcome. Now you can have even more cows. Now I've done all that, I can actually get to work on the mod, so let's go. Now, currently in Minecraft, I'm sure you'd all agree, the chicken progression tree is sort of lacking. We get raw chicken, we cook it, and in this mod, we get KFC chicken buckets. But that is boring. Would it not be much better for the game if instead there were like 10 different chicken items, all with their overly complicated ways of getting them? And that is what my mod idea is. It's a banger, I know. So So I've sent myself this very hastily drawn note from January of this year. Yeah, let's upgrade the chicken. So after making some very minor improvements to that diagram from earlier, it's actually time to get to work. Now, this is going to be really easy because we're just doing food items, which are very, very basic to code. So I started off by choosing one of the simplest ones we're doing, which is the breadcrumbs item. Now, first off, I made a texture for this. It's not the best texture in the world. I do not pride myself on my art skills, but I'd say it looks okay. It's breadcrumbs. They can't really go too wrong, I hope. After completing the texture, I then go on to the coding. The coding literally took me 2 minutes to do. It is just that easy. Basically, all I do is create a new item, say that it's a food, give the stats for how much hunger and saturation it applies, make the icon appear, and then load into the game. And just like that, we now have breadcrumbs in the base game. And yes, I'm sure I put a piece of text on the screen that mentioned this, but how did I manage to leave the gradient on the damn texture? After this, I got to work on the next 5 textures, a stylish 5 months later. And just like that, we have wrapped up the chicken section of this add-on. Or at least, sort of. You see, now we need a new block to make the fried chicken craftable, as well as completing a bread section so that you can actually craft the burger, because no, regular bread can't cut it for this thing, even though it looks bland and disgusting. Like your mum! Oh, snap! Sorry about that. But yes, as I said, at the moment we're focusing on over here, where we need a way to fry chicken, which is why we are going to create a deep fryer. Guys, I'm sorry, but the deep fryer is dead. Now, I did try to add it, but it just wasn't happening. It looked rubbish, even worse than this disgusting looking breaded chicken, which is saying something. So instead, I just turned it into a crafting recipe where you put some lava on some chicken. Delicious. Look at that. Fried chicken, and you get the bucket back. Don't ask how long that took. It wasn't too long, but it's longer than you'd think. So I swear I know what I'm doing. But I know you're all absolutely desperate for me to add a custom block to the game. So I'm not here to let you down. Introducing the millstone. Now, this block is going to be your treat for the day, so no crying in the comments, thank you very much. This has a grand total of, I think, 8 different states, so you're eating well, okay? Please, I'm sorry. The deep fryer wasn't just not meant to be in Minecraft. The millstone itself, though, is key to progression in this mod, allowing you to convert wheat into grain. This works by interacting with it, and as you can see, we spin this lovely little thing around. Now, I made the whole model without looking up what a millstone actually looks like. Hopefully it's close. This just made the most sense for Minecraft. But obviously that's not doing anything. But if you give it some wheat, then it fills up this little compartment here. Then if you twist, it makes flour or grain. I mean, it's sugar. Let's not pretend it isn't. But we'll get there, Then after that, you'll be able to mix the grain with some water to make dough. And then by cooking this dough, you'll turn it into a baker's bun. Then you can craft a baker's bun and cooked breaded chicken together to make the chicken burger. The holy excellence of all things chickeny. So, now I need to do all of that. Everyone, I've done it. As you can see, the millstone now has a new look. Much nicer to look at, obviously. But we're here to see the baker's bun and the burger, so let's give that a go, shall we? You give it some wheat, much more wheaty looking texture, rather than green. Give it a twist, and you get grain. Now, as I said, you just craft grain and water together, like that, to get some dough. You then smelt this dough, giving you the baker's bun. Then you get some cooked breaded chicken, and you craft them together, giving you the chicken burger. It still looks so gross. After all this, the final thing to do was add a crafting recipe, which can be done like this. And this silly add-on is done. If you've made it all the way to the very end of this video, I just wanted to say a big thank you. I know this is a very weird add-on, which probably no one is interested in downloading, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? And I hope you found it fun too. Please let me know in the comments whether there's anything I should be doing to make this a bit more interesting for you guys. And I've been trying to avoid this, but if you did enjoy, please consider subscribing. Apparently, just putting it out there helps a lot, so thank you.